Can an 80-year-old Mallikarjun Kharge be the breath of fresh air the Congress desperately needs to take on the mighty BJP? Joining me on the Newstrack showdown tonight, we've got Syed Nasir Hussain, Member of Parliament, National Spokesperson of the Congress Party. Rashid Kidwai joins us, one of the foremost commentators on the Congress. We've got Rajat Sethi joining us for a right-leaning perspective. Ranji Thomas joins us, senior advocate and former AICC secretary. And with me in the studio, Rajdeep Sardesai, who interviewed seemingly confident Digvijaya Singh yesterday evening. And Digvijay suggested to you that he wanted to fight. Where did the fight go in Digiraja? Why did he cop out?
Rahul, 24 hours ago on this very show I said there will be a wild card. There will be another twist. Because that is the nature of this party called the Congress. It's relatively democratic but chaotic. So you never know what tomorrow brings.
What is democratic about what happened?
You know
Mallikarjun Kharge is quite literally the antithesis of what the Congress needs at this moment to take on Modi and Shah. And that's the man they find. His only qualification at the moment is that he's a die-hard loyalist, more die-hard than Ashok Gehlot.
Look, the fact is, Mallikarjun Kharge, you're absolutely right, has been chosen because he's a die-hard loyalist of the Congress party, first family of the high command of the Gandhi family. But interestingly, where did the democracy come? I was at the Congress headquarters, Rahul, this afternoon. And suddenly I was surrounded by all these workers from Madhya Pradesh who had come thinking they would celebrate Digvijaya Singh as a potential next Congress president. And all of them angrily on camera saying, we want a younger leader. We want Digvijaya Singh. We want a leader from the Hindi heartland.
What happened to Digvijaya Singh? Why did he bow out?
Look, at the end of the day, the Congress is a party where with all these rifts, dissensions, factions comes together like one. You know, that's why I say it's like a soap opera that comes together like a family reunion.
But he should have fought a good fight. Why did he not fight a good fight?
I'll tell you what it is. Rahul, in the Congress today, there are effectively, I would say, multiple groups but two clear ones. One, who are, I call the Rahul Gandhi 21st century generation, and the 1980s group who grew up in the Indira's, definitely Rajiv Gandhi generation. They are close to Sonia Gandhi, and the other group, which is close to Rahul Gandhi, they have different views of where the Congress should go.
Kharge falls into which camp?
So therefore, to resolve this conflict, they went back to the Indira Gandhi generation to look for someone who would be who would provide them a sense of continuity. You know, there's that French saying, Rahul, which you started off with, the more things change, the more they remain the same. Plus ça change, plus c'est la même chose. That's the Congress party. When they are pushed into a corner, rather than encourage disruption, they choose to go for the status quo. Kharge is a status quo candidate. I'll tell you what happened with Digvijay. You know, Digvijay has a relatively independent identity. Two-time chief minister, like Ashok Gehlot, three-time chief minister.
He has a mind of his own.
They have a mind of their own. They will speak on issues and possibly as a result create potential areas of conflict, as we saw with Ashok Gehlot earlier this week. All of that led the High Command to be pushed in a way on the defensive in the last few days and scurry around looking for a candidate.
No, then Rahul Gandhi should have signed up himself. He doesn't want to bat. He doesn't want to let anybody else come in and bat. He brings in somebody who can't bat at the age of 80. Do you think he has the energy to take on a Modi and Shah?
You know, I'll tell you, Rahul, now you're hitting the nail on the head, because the question is, Rahul Gandhi today is the face with the power without the responsibility. Whoever becomes Congress president will have all the responsibility without the power. Why is it that, interestingly, so many candidates, I can give you a list from Kamal Nath to Mukul Vasnik to a number of others who were in a way sounded out, said no. Imagine you're getting a chance to be Congress president. Even Ashok Gehlot was reluctant to move to Delhi, happier in Jaipur. Kamal Nath happier in Bhopal than in Delhi. Why? Because here in Delhi, you know, you will have to work very closely under the Congress High Command, under it, with responsibility but without the power. And therefore, I think eventually a situation was created where the Congress leadership decided to play safe. Let's go with Mallikarjun Kharge.
Because he won't rebel. His only qualification is he will never speak his mind and defy anything that either Sonia or Rahul or Priyanka say, or even if their children say something, Mallikarjun Kharge is the kind of character who will agree to that.
You know, the unfortunate part is in Delhi we see Mallikarjun Kharge through that prism, and you're right to see it. His 3 children, interestingly, are called Rahul, Priyank and Priyadarshini. But the fact also is that he, in the Karnataka context, was at one time in the past, a heavyweight leader, has come up, through the ranks, was the son of a mill worker, comes from a very poor Dalit family.
That's all in the past, Rajdeep.
That's the problem. So
you have to take on Modi, Shah, Yogi, the BJP, the RSS, and this is your best player. This is your best bet. This is what the last several days have been about.
You know, you're going back to the past in the context of what the Congress has done, and you're absolutely right. The Congress is looking to the future through the rear view mirror, and you can't do that. JP Nadda may well be someone who has been selected by Modi, Shah, and does their bidding. But he's interestingly travelled, I'm told, to over 150 constituencies, primarily those where the BJP did not do well in the Lok Sabha, to build up morale of the workers there. Can Mr. Kharge really do that? No.
He's got serious health issues.
He's got serious health issues. Therefore, you see, the problem I have with the Congress party is that it was a good idea to start this election process. It enthuses workers. I saw more people at the Congress office today than I've seen in a long time. But when you enthuse people, when you recognize that your weaknesses are in attracting the young, in attracting the voters of the Hindi heartland, what do? You choose Mr. Kharge from Karnataka, who is not from the Hindi heartland and who's 80. No, because you needed an inspirational choice.
But one of the disqualifications thrown at Shashi Tharoor's face was that he spoke English and he came from the south, and that his Hindi wasn't good enough. I mean, with no disrespect to Mr. Kharge, he neither speaks English nor Hindi very well in comparison with Narendra Modi, whom he is up against. So how is Shashi Tharoor's English speaking skills something which is held against him? Between the two, does Shashi have a chance at all?
No, Shashi has no chance at all.
No chance in hell.
Yeah, given the fact, look at the people who filed nominations for Mallikarjun Kharge, the entire G23, or most of them.
That is not G23, that is G23.
No,
just what a cop-out that lot was.
Because I'll tell you what, Rahul, what's happened with the Congress? There was a time when Congress had strong mass leaders from states who really had an independent identity. When Devraj Arts broke with Indira Gandhi in the 1970s, he was the top leader of Karnataka. When Sharad Pawar chose to take on a Sonia Gandhi, he had his base in Western Maharashtra. So these were leaders with a base. In this entire G23, the only leader with a base was Bhupinder Singh Hooda, and he's been accommodated because his son has become a Rajya Sabha MP, and he's been told, you can handle Haryana now. So when you have groups of self-interest leaders at the second level, who are only looking to satisfy their immediate ambitions, it becomes very easy for the party high command to either play one against the other or put them in a position where they are dependent on the party high command. You see, that's the difference.
No, but Manish Tiwari, this whole gang that's on your screen right now, you know, they'd been threatening that they would file elections as well. I'm thinking about it, and then all talk and no action.
You see, because in the way the Congress elections are structured, unless you have the official or unofficial support of the Gandhi family and the party high command, it becomes very difficult.
Then stop calling it an election, just call it a selection. This is hardly as if you've elected a president. This is a sham, it's a farce, and the Congress is going through the motions.